Welcome, welcome. I'm Dee, and this is a single mom and guided life where I try to navigate through finances, motherhood, being single, and everything in between. And I bring you guys along for the journey to hold me accountable. What I'm doing now is my grocery list and meal planning for the upcoming 2 weeks. It will go from October 26th to November 1st, and then the next week will be November 2nd to November 8th. What I typically do is I always shop my kitchen by going through my fridge, the freezer, the cabinets, my shelving unit, and even my laundry area to see what I need to stock up on. I find that when you build a staples item list and you keep those items available in your home, it makes meal planning a lot easier. So I definitely go through my list to ensure that. Additionally, there's some specialty items. My son and I have eczema. His is flares up a lot worse than mine. So what I typically do or find that causes it is he is a milk drinker. So I have gone through different phases with him with soy milks, back to whole milk, so on and so forth. But I found that this milk by A2 is the best that helps me in him with his skin. He drinks milk for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because he's drinking it because he's eating cereal. But I always want to make sure that I'm not doing anything that would contribute to his flare-ups. And this has worked fine. And I always recommend it to anyone who says the kids have eczema and they love milk and they find that the milk is irritating them. I said, hey, try this out. I'm not a doctor. I don't know if it's a proven fact. I just know what works best for my son. My son pays for his own snacks. And out of the budget, I incorporate my snacks. So usually it's the same snacks. I like rice crackers, banana chips, my blue corn tortillas, the salsa, the guacamole. So I just typically write those items down because that's all I eat. Those are my snacks. Here and there I might get a tub of ice cream, but that's about it. So right now I'm just going through the list of the foods and I'm writing down exactly which items I need for the particular recipe. So of course for the ravioli lasagna, I need the ravioli, the shredded cheese, the pasta sauce to go with it. And for the carnita tacos, of course we're going to need the tortilla shells. I did check my cabinet and usually I keep those, but I hadn't seen them in like a couple of days, and then I realized my son he's been making these little chicken wraps situations as a snack. So yeah, that's why they disappeared all of a sudden. So I went ahead and ensured that I stocked up on those again, as well as I wrote down the pork butt or shoulder. But what I end up finding is that they have little packages of carnitas, like smaller packages of them that you can buy. And at the store that I primarily shop at, and I decided to grab that for our meals. So usually I buy the pork butt shoulder and I'll cut it up, but I was glad to find something in smaller size. I decided I was not going to make my slaw. Usually I buy the ingredients for like the purple cabbage and the green cabbage and the carrots and chop it up. I decided just to buy a slaw mix. Make it easier for me in the long run. And what's funny is that I wrote down the smoked turkey, and that was for the Turkey Ranch Club, which was another meal that I did that I didn't take a picture of, is because I was running late and I had to make it real fast. And it's simple. It's not fancy. It's just very simple. So yeah. Drunken noodles, we needed the right noodles. Why? I could not find them, but I did find regular rice noodles. It did require fish sauce. Oh, and that sauce smells straight like fish, just so y'all know. Ooh, it took me back when I threw that in. The other specialty items I needed was the Thai basil leaves, and then it was also showing that you needed to get like the holy, I can't remember. It's like the Thai holy, the chili holy chilies, and then it was the Thai holy something. Oh, it's either Thai holy or Thai holy basil leaves, the Thai chilies, and I could not find none of those in my stores. We needed green onions. We needed the sweet chili sauce. Now, oyster sauce. The reason why I put it on the side was because I needed to verify if I can even consume that, because I do have a shellfish allergy. I decided not to buy it, and I actually just substituted with hoisin sauce instead. So that was something else I had to change. For the pepperoni cauliflower pizza, of course, I need some pepperoni. I like the fresh mozzarella that comes pre-sliced or in the ball versus shredded, but I do buy shredded because my son preferred that when he places on his pizza when he makes them. Additionally, I needed to buy some more cauliflower crust. For the barbecue chicken, we needed a barbecue sauce. I needed to go ahead and pick up the boneless chicken breast, and I bought a pack because I knew I was going to be using it in the week after. I picked up some chicken thighs because that was part of the drunken noodles. For the barbecue chicken slaw, I decided to put fries because my son don't like slaw, so I'm sure he would have ate the fries with the barbecue chicken and the corn. We need the penne pasta, which was for the 3 cheese penne, and I was able to find some on sale at Harris Teeter. Well, that wasn't on sale, it was on clearance, and we couldn't figure out why. And the lady was like really reluctant to check the price when I was asking. I was like, oh, is this in the wrong place? Maybe it is in the wrong place. I said, well, can you just double check? And she had a little attitude, so I don't know if she knew they were on sale and she decided that she wanted them, and so she was discouraging people from purchasing. I'm not sure, but I went ahead and she checked the price for me. I took those 2 and walked over and finished my business. Of course, for the beef casserole, we need beef. And so I usually get the grass-fed beef with I think it's 85-15. And I like that because 1, it doesn't come with a lot of fat in it, and 2, it's better for me to digest. The 3 cheese penne required me to purchase milk separately from my son, as well as the Asiago cheeses, a marinara sauces for the chicken parmesan. Now, the penne pasta did call for diced tomatoes, and that was another thing that I didn't like about the recipe that I didn't mention, is that usually when stuff comes in liquid, I drain it. They didn't want you to drain it. Ugh, I'm telling y'all, that was a hot mess. Also, with the chicken parm, it was the flatbread. It was the brand Flat Out, but because I shop at Aldi, I just got the Aldi brand of that flatbread and left it at that. I needed to pick up bell peppers and green beans. Those were staple items that I know I needed, as well as ones I can use for the shop itself. Hey y'all, so I just wanted to show you exactly what I was able to pick up. I had not been feeling well this past week in regards to physically with I have issues with my ankle and my leg, so I decided just to place in an Instacart order for pickup. And so I just want to show you exactly what was successfully picked up as compared to the actual list itself. So these are all the items I was able to pick up. I like their the Simply Nature vegetable broth and chicken broth. I do like these items, so I buy them in bulk. I was able to find, instead of getting a larger pork shoulder, I got this seasoned one. It was actually supposed to be 2. The second one was actually a barbecue one, so I did reach out to Instacart, but I'm also trying in the store to see if they have this, because I need 2 of these. Was able to get the pork chops, the chicken breast. What I will next time, make sure that they get the amount that I like in my package, because I only have 5 versus the 6 that I usually try to get for. These are the chicken thighs and the ground beef. Was able to get both of the marinara sauces, the tomato sauce. We have our coleslaw and our turkey breast. We do have the cheeses that we needed. I was able to find this cheese ravioli for the ravioli lasagna. We have the seasoned fries, the cheeses, the eggs that we like. I did have to pick up a milk. I wanted a small one. I usually buy one because I do not drink milk often. And my son drinks a type of milk. So, but I needed this for some meals. So I just picked it up as just $1 something. And as well as we don't drink orange juice like that either. But I needed it for a recipe. So I picked this up. These are all the produce that I was able to pick up for our meals. Now with this was the flatbread. I had to send that one back as well because this stuff like this needs to be packaged appropriately, and when it's not, it breaks up. So yeah, so I'm seeing if they'll take it back and get me switch it out. We have the blue corn chips, the rice snacks. I was able to get my banana chips. And then I needed some household items. I needed a paper towel. That was the only thing of the household I wasn't able to get. The penne pasta I was able to pick up at Harris Teeter. It was on a clearance for about 95 cents. I'm not sure why. My black beans, so I can make my black beans. I make them in bulk and freeze them. And these are the other items I was able to pick up. So overall, it was a good fit. I will show you exactly the items I wasn't able to get at this time because they're specialty items. So I do have to make my way to my Asian store in order to pick those items up. But yeah, so I'll check back in with you guys when I start making these meals. Okay, so the highlighted items are the ones I was able to purchase. The ones that's not highlighted, I could not even find them, so I had to improvise. So I just wanted to show you the different meals and options that we had for the 2 weeks. I didn't take a picture of everything. One reason is I became hungry at times and I ate, and then I got to take a picture situation. Other times they didn't work out. I even included one meal that was like, we didn't even like it. But I just want to show you it was completed. And it was a meal that I had to improvise, and then you will see. So I'll talk about the meals separately. Okay, so we had some misses this last 2 weeks. The first thing was the drunken noodles. First, I undercooked the noodles, then I overcooked the noodles, and most of the ingredients was not available in my local store. So the meal tasted well, it just didn't come together the way I wanted it to. The next thing was the 3 cheese penne, and that was just a milky mess, and I talked about that in a previous video. The next thing we have is a chicken parm wrap, which formed well, smelled well, but it tasted bland. Then we had the chicken green bean stir fry, and the chicken was nowhere to be found. Luckily, I had salmon in the freezer, so I just made that as a substitute. On Sunday, with me doing my side gigs, I got home pretty late, and I had to rush to cook. And then I realized I had ate all day, and I ended up scarfing down dinner and forgot to take a picture. But we did have that, and that tasted well. What do you guys do when you tried a new recipe and it just doesn't pan out? What is your go-to? Is your go-to a fast food joint, or do you try to find an easy at-home meal to replace it? Definitely leave that comment below. If you're new to my channel and you would love to be a part of my village, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Everyone hit that thumbs up. And if you can share this with your family, friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.